This is a fork-in-the-road game. The Miami Dolphins pretty much in do-or-die mode after losing late to Carolina last week. Only 3 1-5 teams since 1990 have rebounded to make the playoffs.
I guess Mike McDaniel's seen enough.
They try and keep hope alive with the LA Chargers hobbling in on a 2-game losing skid.
Chargers have had their mistakes today. There's no question about it.
Somebody's going to feel better when this one is over, and it wasn't that Miami's offense faltered without the cheetah. Tua Tagovailoa enters with some swag after throwing 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, put up over 250 yards, a 120-plus rate, a 114-plus rate in 3 of his last 4, 2+ TDs in 4 straight games.
Perfect touchdown strike by Tua.
Miami's offense, a respectable 24 points versus Carolina, 21-plus points in their last 4.
Is it caught in bounds? It is!
Tua and company get a semi-rattled Chargers defense, too. Gave up 27 points to Washington, who went 3 for 5 against them in the red zone. Their own offense didn't help matters, but that was the first game they've allowed more than 21.
That's the exclamation point!
Tua looking at a secondary that just gave up over 230 yards to Jaden Daniels on close to 9 yards per attempt. A touchdown didn't pick him off, 100 rate.
I think Jaden Daniels has enjoyed his homecoming.
Again, didn't fit the body of work. Team is 3rd in rating allowed even after last week. They didn't get much help from their pass rush. Was good for 13 sacks through 4 weeks. Only tracked Daniels down once. Only hit him once. Tuli Tuipulotu went from a 4-sack game to not recording a single tackle.
Pressure. Daniels just slips away. Look at this.
Tagovailoa dropped 3 times by a Panthers pass rush that showed up to that game with 2 bags for the year. Hadn't been sacked at all the previous 2 games.
Down goes Tagovailoa!
Chargers DBs got burned by Luke McCaffrey for a 50-yarder. Only other guy they had trouble with, Debo, didn't have a brick handy, so he went for 96 yards and a score against them. 2 Finns pass catchers with more than 30 yards in their most recent loss. Jalen waddled again. He's painted it aqua 3 of their last 4 games. 110 yards, first 70-plus yard game of the year.
Touchdown! Well, that was easy.
And the rebirth of Darren Waller continues. 78 yards and a TD. He's scored in both games he's played.
Got his man! Touchdown, Waller!
Devon Achane also scored through the air, 30 receiving yards.
Wow, what a catch!
Only 1.6 yards per carry, though, just 16 yards on handoffs. But maybe he can get it going versus LA's front, being they gave up 111 yards to Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt on a Jabba-the-Hutt fat 7.9 yards per carry. He scored on them twice.
You just don't design defenses to hand the ball off to the back, run to the perimeter, and be untouched. Someone's got to set the edge.
So Chargers defense needs a slight recharge. Their offense needs a full-on jump start. 10-point outage last week. Gave the ball away twice. Only made it to the red zone twice. Didn't score after the first quarter. That's less than 19 points. Back-to-back weeks. Under 21 in 3 of their last 4.
Intercepted at the goal line!
It's most definitely an O-line problem, as in they can't keep any of their starting hogs healthy. Justin Herbert spent last week on the run or with his face buried in the turf. He took 4 sacks, the team took 5.
Guys running unblocked to the quarterback just tells me this offensive line is not on the same page.
Miami's pass rush might be able to do something with that. Dropped Bryce Young 3 times in their loss. Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb with 1 each.
Down he goes!
Those sacks didn't keep Carolina's offense that was averaging less than 20 a game before that game from putting up 27 points on them. Let Young drive down for a game-winning late 4th quarter drive. Gave up 5 red zone trips. Figure 1 a quarter isn't great to begin with. Giving up 29 points a game now, that ain't great either.
And the Panthers take the lead!
Their secondary gave up 2 TDs to Young, under 200 yards allowed, only 6.6 yards per attempt, and they did pick him off, held him to a 90 rate, but couldn't come up with a stop when it mattered, and are dead last in rating allowed for the year.
Wow, what a throw by Bryce Young out of the pocket.
If Herbert has time to work with, he could rebound then, Without it, less than 170 yards passing, 1 INT, only 1 TD, under 6 yards per attempt, a sub-90 rate, has thrown an INT 3 straight games, sub-90 rate 3 in a row, under 6.5 yards per attempt 3 straight. You get it, he's mired in a 3-game slump.
Justin Herbert is getting killed behind the line of scrimmage.
Dolphins corners get the LA trio in this one. They gave up 73 yards to Carolina's Tetora McMillan, only pass catcher they gave up more than 30 yards to. Now it's Ladd McConkey, the guy who pulled in the 1 TD, only 39 yards, less than 50 yards, 4 straight now. Quentin Johnston finally cooled off, lost a fumble, only 40 yards, first game under 70 yards for him this year. Keenan Allen led them last week with 58 yards, 58 to 68 yards, 4 of his 5 games.
Allen to midfield. He's got a first down into Commander's territory.
Even the Chargers' run game is beat up. Herbert led them in rushing off a 41-yard scamper. Omarion Hampton also left hurt last week, though. Didn't muster much before leaving, and now he's on IR. Whoever starts, we'd like to introduce him to the first defense to give up 200 rushing yards to one guy in 2025. Miami letting Rico Dowdle go for 2 bills and change in their loss.
Oh, Dowdle!
And LA needs to keep 2 short from reffing their games. 10 flags last week for 85 yards after having the whistle blown on them 14 times the week before. If you can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch.
And now let's see if this is going to come back, and it will again. Oh my goodness.
Fins up 20-17 against the Bolts. 1981, the game that no one should have lost. One of the greatest playoff games ever, maybe the most underrated.
On a hot, muggy day in Miami's Orange Bowl, the Chargers and Dolphins prepared for the first round of the playoffs. In the first quarter alone, San Diego scored 24 points, allowed none, and looked invincible. But this was to be a game unlike any other. The Chargers' big lead soon began to shrink, thanks to the arm of Dolphin quarterback Don Strock and a schoolyard play that helped Miami pull even in the third quarter. The Chargers reclaimed the lead on a touchdown pass to Winslow, but the Dolphins replied with 2 unanswered scores of their own.
Dolphins running off the clock. The Chargers have to force a turnover. Strock hands off to the first man, and Gary Big Hands Johnson. The ball's on the ground. Chargers have recovered. So San Diego has one more shot from their own 18.
The Chargers had lost the lead, but they did not lose heart. With a game on the line, San Diego fought back.
Win or lose, you've got to admire the tenacity of this Charger ball club. Bounce back to throw, looking, cocks his arm, stops, throws it toward the end zone, touchdown San Diego! Catching it was James Cook.
The score now stood 38-38, but Miami still had a chance to win in regulation with a field goal.
4 seconds, it's win it or go to a tie. The snap high, it's down, he kicked it, it is short. The Chargers block it.
Finally, they were close enough to try for the winning field goal.
But Erska's ready. It's a 27-yarder. The snap, it's down, he hits it, it's up. It's no good.
Incredibly, Bernershka missed. But when the Dolphins got another try themselves, Leroy Jones and the Chargers turned them back again. This was no longer a game. It had become a surrealistic experience with the plot twists and compelling characters of great drama. But now the Chargers were mounting the final act, and this time they would win.
Luther to hold. The snap. It is down. It is up. It is good.